Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
You know, it was mostly small talk when we first met. When I would collect his ticket, and as time went on, I learned more and more about him as our friendship grew. I think he's most comfortable around everyday working class people. It just always makes you feel like you belong.
For more than 30 years, Joe Biden took the train to work. As a single dad, he promised to be home to kiss the boys every night and then make them breakfast in the morning.
When he got on the train, everyone seemed equal to him. He had time for everybody.
Joe was a regular. He bought rounds of coffee for fellow passengers and crew, and he got to know the people he traveled with.
These guys broke their necks. They're always rocking, keeping their balance, collecting tickets, help people with their bags that are heavy as hell. And they're doing this for hours. And we became really good friends.
He was very interested in my life, my children. As time went on, my grandchildren. People don't do that today. People don't even take time out to say hello or nod their head to the average working person. They looked at us like we were important people.
He would treat the conductor the same as he would the President of the United States. That is what Dad taught us, that everybody deserves to be treated with dignity and respect.
These were beautiful videos. I mean, they were just beautiful videos. I can't even imagine like trying to make a video like that about Donald Trump's early years. Where he wouldn't rent to blacks, making a warm and fuzzy video about taking out a full-page ad in the New York Times demanding the death penalty for the Central Park Five who did not do it. I mean, how could you even? And in the long run, being president of the United States is completely about character. It is completely about integrity. It's completely about whether or not you see Americans at all phases in their lives, at all stations in life, at all levels in life, as being important. Do you understand kitchen table issues? Do you understand a working guy's day? Do you understand a working mom's day? Do you understand, what Americans are going through in a freaking time of COVID? I mean, and the answer clearly is Joe Biden does. The answer is clearly that he believes in the best of America, which is, an opportunity, a shot. And Trump's got nothing. He's got nothing. Nothing he says sticks to Joe Biden. All the bullying and the questioning of Joe Biden's mental ability. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. And Michelle Obama, she did a fabulous job of explaining what it was like in the White House with Joe Biden as the vice president of the United States.
I know Joe. He is a profoundly decent man, guided by faith. He was a terrific vice president. He knows what it takes to rescue an economy, beat back a pandemic, and lead our country. And he listens. He will tell the truth and trust science. He will make smart plans and manage a good team. And he will govern as someone who's lived a life that the rest of us can recognize.
There you have it. He has lived a life that the rest of us can recognize. Half the problem with Donald Trump is he's so evil and cruel and self-centered and selfish. So devoid of compassion and empathy and care for others. Half the problem is no one knows anybody that cruel. And so it's hard to imagine that there are people who are that evil walking among us, and that people that evil, to normal everyday work a day, try to get by, even people who are, in a position to offer assistance to others because they've gotten enough or a little bit, set aside. They don't recognize that kind of evil except in movies. They don't think it's real because they don't know anybody this cruel, this ugly, this divisive, this bigoted, or this, maybe somebody who's, racist, but you don't know anybody that would kill another guy or turn to our enemies and say, help me, be an autocrat, or, screw the American people. He actually said that the people in the blue states during this COVID epidemic who had governors he did not like, or governors that weren't nice to him, he said those people could rot. That's the stuff of a freaking horror flicks, okay? That's crazy, like Lovecraft country lore. That's like, Game of Thrones cruelty. That doesn't exist in most of our worlds. And so to believe that the president of the United States, no less, is a cruel Marquis de Sade type person who gets, giggles and joy out of stepping on people's necks, it doesn't seem real. They just think, well, he knows how to play the game for himself, for the benefit of himself. And he thinks the way to play is to cheat and to lie and to thieve and to lie about the cheating, the lying, and the thieving. And then there's this whole question of, is this a hard job? And, what kind of a mind does it really take to be the president of all Americans?
I am one of a handful of people living today who have seen firsthand the immense weight and awesome power of the presidency. And let me once again tell you this. The job is hard. It requires clear-headed judgment, a mastery of complex and competing issues, a devotion to facts and history, a moral compass, and an ability to listen, and an abiding belief that each of the 330 million lives in this country has meaning and worth. A president's words have the power to move markets. They can start wars or broker peace. They can summon our better angels or awaken our worst instincts.
Guess which one we want? What do you think we want? The economy is it's shattered. It's decimated. 40% of these small businesses will never come back. Only 42% of Americans expect to be called back to work. Everything that we count on is broken.